So we've thanked our sponsors, we've thanked some of our recipients when it comes to the scholarships. Right now, of course, we do want to recognize a lot of people who are here to be acknowledged, and right now, that would mean that Rob is ready to come to the podium. Rob, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, 2016 scholarship recipients we've heard from, but please welcome Rob Hauser.
Good evening. The WRLA Industry Achievement Award is our association's highest honor. It recognizes those individuals who have left a lasting and memorable mark on the business and on the people in the building materials industry, in their communities, as well as the WRLA. Victor Lemieux will have his name added to that list tonight. Vic is a highly respected and revered person that will be added to that list, like many of those who have been on that list, one of those being in the room tonight, Martha Conants. Martha? I would like to introduce Curtis and Lemieux and Shelley Sackney, Vic's son and daughter, to say a few words of introduction.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are honored and proud to be asked to introduce our dad, Vic Lemieux, prior to him receiving the Industry Achievement Award this evening. My name is Shelley, and in case it isn't obvious, I'm the youngest child, the only girl, and I don't work at Econ Lumber, and I'm definitely my dad's favorite.
Excuse, I'm sick right now, so I hope my voice holds out here. My name is Curtis Lemieux. I'm the oldest child, the only boy, and I do work at Econ Lumber beside my father for a lot of years, since I was old enough to sweep a broom, and Shelley is the favorite.
Thank you. I was only 5 years old when my dad decided to start his own lumber business in 1971. I have a few memories of the rare times when he would bring me to the yard with him. In fact, it was during one of these times that I heard the F word for the first time. Yes, Mom, it was Dad. I'm not sure what was going on, but I assume there must have been a job to be done and someone just didn't do it. It was rare for me to see my dad ever get angry. Over the years, I've heard people say he is a keen businessman, a tough negotiator, and wasn't afraid and isn't afraid to hold people accountable. I only see the man that did my hair so it would look like Farrah Fawcett. He hemmed my wide-leg jeans by hand, and he helped me with my homework after a long day of work. But sometimes I did have to wait about 15 minutes so he could rest his eyes.
I was 7 when my father began Econo, and at an early age, whether I wanted to or not, I was going to work. It was then that at an early age that my father taught me that hard work gets you ahead. He was not a delegator, he was a workhorse, and still is. He was always a person people went to when they had a problem. When someone sat across from him with an issue or a problem, he made them feel better, and when you left, they had a game plan that was in place to deal with the issue.
My dad has worked hard every day of his life. One may think that he was in it for the money, but let's face it, nobody here is going into business to break even. However, I can honestly say to this day, everything he does for his family. He has always put each of his children and his grandchildren first before anything or anyone. Of course, behind every successful man is a woman, and Mom, thank you for letting Dad put it in front of you many, many times.
Some people were afraid to deal with my father, as he was known for his relentless drive in meeting an objective. After they got to know him, they understood that he was driven by compassion for people and his business. He continues to take on every challenge with the same passion today, helping others while making them accountable for their decisions, including myself. He is my hero, always will be, and I strive to be as good of a man as he is, and I hope my children will as well. My son Cody, who is here tonight, is third generation at Econo, and he must continue, and he has to continue to learn how the company started and the values my father instilled in them that made Econo Lumber a success.
Dad, you're very deserving of any award that recognizes your contributions not only to the lumber industry, but also for the tremendous amount of time you've spent supporting countless people, organizations, and foundations. You have taught us the importance of giving to others, and it is a pleasure to see you on the receiving end of this evening receiving an award. Thank you, and we love you.
Just a quick note, my cousin and my father's nephew, Doug Lemieux, had a life-changing surgery, his Parkinson's, and he sent a note here that I just want to quickly read. It says, I know that my Uncle Vic is receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award from the WRLA, and if possible, would like to congratulate him on behalf of himself, Doug Lemieux, LBH Building Supplies, and Onaway Timber Mart. And he just says that he was very worthy of the award, and he sends his best wishes.
Holy crap. I wasn't really thinking about having to answer this stuff. You did a hell of a job, the two of you. When I was, Janet, can you give my glasses because the light isn't really good here. Sorry. Oh, somebody said speak into the mic. Oh, I never thought of that. Public speaking is not my best ace in the hole, trust me. But I have to, first of all, thank my kids, Curtis and Shelley. I knew you were going to do something special. I didn't think it was going to be quite that dramatic, and I appreciate it very much. I would first like to thank Gary Hamilton, his staff, and the board of directors for having chosen me for this prestigious award. I would also like to thank Bernie Owens and the board of directors of Timber Mart for nominating me because they had nominated me. That was a special honor just in itself. It is truly rewarding and humbling to have been chosen from such a large number of members of the WRLA who I know many would have been in this position or could be in this position. It is a great feeling to now be part of the long list of past recipients. And trust me, I know a lot of them. Some unfortunately are not with us anymore. I would like to acknowledge that I've been blessed with two families. The first family is my family at the lumberyard. I would like to take this opportunity to thank them, to have worked with me as a team, not as individual or as employees, but as a team, to make us successful and also to ensure me that if it wasn't for them, I would not be here tonight. The next family, without a word of a doubt, is the most important part of my life. Thanks to my parents, for they were the ones that taught me the values of life and the need to help others. Now, the most precious part of my life, my immediate family. To my son, Curtis, thank you very, very much for having made the choice to come and join us, or join me, I guess, at the lumberyard. We have spent tremendous times together, some a little tense, but for the most part, it was all for the betterment of the business and for the betterment of ourselves. And I thank you very much, Curtis. And I'm sure, and I hope, that you have as much good times and returns in training and teaching and working with your son Cody in the next generation. To my daughter Shelley, you have been a gift to your mother and I have been, I just can't say enough about your love and support that you've given us over the years. I also like and to let you know that I'm very, very proud for Shelley to have her husband Doug and her 3 boys who are here tonight also. We have also like to be very thankful and blessed for 6 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren, and I love them all dearly. To my wife Janet, thank you so much, my dear, for spending the last 53 years with me. I know that it's not been always easy. I've been away to work a lot. And I also did a lot of charity work, i.e. fundraising, and you were left alone. But I hope it was for the betterment of everybody, because I enjoy doing the things that I do. I feel that this prestigious award doesn't only belong to me, it belongs to my whole family. And I'd like to thank them, and I love them all. I'd like to share a couple of things that I sort of lived my life by. They're a little off the wall, but hey. Number one is that you get out of life what you're prepared to put into life. And I'm sure that other people have heard this one, but that's the way I lived. Working within the community to make it a better place for other people was always a top priority and still is a top priority in my life. This one's a little bit different, so I believe truly that people don't die from working at their office or in the community. I believe people die from doing nothing. But if you did pass away doing work at the office or in the community, what a way to go. Doing what you love and loving what you do. I have to throw in a one that I haven't written. I was going to say to start with, for those who didn't know about Barry passing away, but it was on the screen. But I would like to share with you one little story of how I met Barry Sally. We've been in Timbermart for 43 years, and I got a call one day, 43 years ago, from a guy who, and I was at work, and this guy says, "My name is Barry Sally, and I'm with Timbermart, and I'd like to sell you on the membership." I don't need these. "I want to sell you on a membership of Timbermart." And I said, "Yeah." Well, he said, "I want you to come to Saskatoon. I'm in Calgary. I'm going to Saskatoon and on to Winnipeg. So if you'd be kind enough to come to Saskatoon." And I said, "I don't think so." "You want to sell me something and you want me to go to Saskatoon?" "Yeah." He said, "I'm a busy man." And I said, "Well, I'm a busy man too. So if you want to sell me something, you better come and see me in my office." Okay. He hung up. That was it. A couple hours later, he phoned up and he said, "Vic," he said, "I'll be at your office at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon." I said, "Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing you." So he came to my office at 4 o'clock, all dressed up to the nines, much similar to what I am tonight, but he didn't have a bow tie, he had a tie, as Barry always did. And so he came in and gave his spiel, and that didn't last very long. What he was selling, I wanted and I bought. So we had a couple of drinks, and he said, he said, I think we should go out for dinner. I said, oh, okay. Well, just wait. He said, I got to go to the bathroom. He said, and then we'll go. So he comes back from the bathroom, and he says, God damn it, he says to Corey, but he said, my zipper and my fly went. And I said, oh, geez, I said, I've got a friend who's in the clothing business. I can bring him down, and we'll get him to fix it. Oh, no. He said, just give me a bobby pin or a safety pin. He said, I'll just pin it up. And he pinned it up, and we went out for dinner. So that was my first encounter with Barry Sally. And I want to let you know that as different of a person that he was, Barry Sally was a good friend of mine, and he done a tremendous amount of good in bettering Timber Mart to bring it to where it is today. He done a tremendous amount of work for the WRLA and our industry to bring it to where it is today. So I'd like to publicly offer my condolences to Barry's family, and may he live in peace, or die in peace, I guess, not live in peace. Last but not least, I would like to thank everybody here tonight for having spent the evening listening to all of what we had to say, including mine, because you've made my evening, for me and my family, very, very precious. It's an award that I'll take with me forever. So thank you very much. And I want to give one more word of thought, is that I would love for the industry that I love, to work as we are now, to show the world that we can, in harmony, help each other and help our communities. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.
If I could ask Curtis and Shelley to join us at the podium, please.
Dad, this picture being presented on behalf of the WRLA and your family represents a time that is not captured on camera, but one that you spoke of often, which was when you spent countless hours developing your signature letter E that would for many years be the logo for Econo Lumber. When asked recently to describe to me what you were feeling at the time that you were drawing that letter E many years ago, one of the words you mentioned was scared. And then when asked to describe how you feel today looking back at everything that you've accomplished, you mentioned the word blessed. So these words are hidden in this picture as a reminder of your legacy for years to come. You're welcome.